Listening to Professor Moore's talk, he mentioned something about the distance learning at the back door. That reminded me of my student who wanted to do a doctoral study with me, and he's from Nigeria, and he very much interested in the educating nomadic people in Nigeria. And so what do you want to do about those people? And he said, I'd like to teach them computer ethics, and computer ethics for nomadic people may not be that exciting. What about the implementing some kind of distance education system over there? And actually, he talked with the people in Nigeria and came up with some kind of a bubble promise that they're going to provide some kind of a small house in the on the path to the nomadic people. When cattle eat up the grass, then move to another place, then they put some kind of small house where there's internet connection and a small computer and the projector. So that would be a nice environment for distance education. So we decided to do it, but we don't know how to implement it yet. But we'll find out. Okay. Before the e-learning becomes popular, when students come talk to me about the excuse for skipping class, my grandparents passed away, or my uncle passed away, then I used to say, just to make sure, don't kill your grandfather twice. But these days I tell them, well, my lecture note and classroom discussion board is available online, so you can still participate in class discussion and you can still study, so don't worry. The topic I'm going to present today is about the goal-oriented education, how to send our students to the industry successfully. There has to be some gap between industry and academia, as Professor Sakamoto mentioned. Our students need the practical knowledge, how to give them practical knowledge that the industry wanted to have. That was the project I've been dealing with. The idea is like Dell Computer's marketing plan. It's like customized manufacturing. So Dell Computer manufacture computers, but all those machines customized. If you ever purchase the Dell Computer online, then you know you can choose option here and there, but the Dell Computer manufacture that. They're not the making one by one, but they manufacture that. So idea is something thought into that range. By getting the real-world project from the industry collaborator, and we decompose it into a skill set. And then we assign those decomposed project into IT-related courses as a course project, so that they can work on the real-world project or have some kind of taste of the real-world project. To do an industry project, there has to be some kind of a knowledge set that required for each industry project. So we identify those topics and come up with some training modules. And then the students study the training module in self-paced. And then by the time they complete the project, then they already know some topic that industry need. Then we designed some kind of module that comprised several topics. So if one student successfully complete all the topics, then we issue some kind of certification. Then we can actually assign the student to a real industry project. Then we can deliver the results to the industry. So that's the kind of idea that we are proposing. There has been a lot of surveys about the practicality and value of the industry real-world project. As you can see here, most of the people who answered the questionnaire, they said it's great. It's very helpful in getting the job and learn more, things like that. In industry, even though the number of people who got the job in IT area is kind of decreasing, but actually the industry needs IT professional. There is growing demand. But the problem is to find the people with the right skill set. So if they don't have the enough skill set, then they would rather not filling the position, instead of hiring people without the right skill set. And those, the skill set can be very company specific. So industry has been our moving target. They move from here to there, and we design our curriculum. And when we saw the job advertisement, then we say, oops, we missed the target again. We're jumping from the Java to C++ to C and all kind of things, but it's really difficult to satisfy the industry demand. So we came up with this idea to customize their skill set through the online learning. And the side effect, actually not side effect, it may be one of the major goal, is to getting the industry job done and get the revenue from the industry, because we provide the service and we assign the student, only student who has the enough background on that field. So we can provide the quality service and to finish the industry project. From my experience, the industry people never give highest priority project to academia because they don't trust academia. They may not they finish the job the way the industry wanted. So the easiest goal is to get the second priority project, something that need to be done, but they don't have to do it right away. So then they just give us as a try. So as I mentioned, the changes are so dynamic, and from the academia, it's really hard to respond with to those dynamic changes. In our department, Computer and Information Sciences, we have a number of credit hours to complete as the required, and some as the selective, but we have just limited number of credit hours. We cannot possibly cover all the demand from the industry. So there has to be a gap between the academia and industry. So we came up with the idea of the module-based learning using e-learning. So this is kind of a framework to fill the gap between industry and academia. The important thing is to get the real-world project from the industry collaborator, and then we analyze the project and identify the required skill set. What are the skill sets needed to complete the project? And then we further decompose into several topics, and we develop training modules for each topic. Usually those topics can be completed within a week or so. So it's a kind of informal way to fill the gap. Those training modules can be combined in many different ways. So if certain the company want to have the topics A, B, and C, then we can compose those and make that as module 1 or module 2. So when students complete that module, then we can issue the certificate. Okay, this student have enough knowledge for module 1 or module 2. Okay, this is the project flow diagram. So from the industry collaborator, we get the project, then we put it into project repository. There's several passes you can follow. pass A is to analysis phase. You do analyze the project and then identify the required skill set and then develop a training module. And then we load the training module into e-learning system that we developed. I'm one of those who suffer from NIH syndrome, which is not invented here syndrome. I have to do it by myself. I don't believe somebody else's product. So WebCT has to be my competitor. So we developed our e-learning system, and it has been used for quite some time. Then we have assistant to help a student if they have any question, administrative question, or the other question they may have. Then this path is to the assignment to the course project. So project decomposition and the modulation, and the modulated project goes to module project repository. And then the existing IT courses select a project from the repository. And then those modulated project goes to the student, and the student need to have certain skill sets. So they use the e-learning system to fill the knowledge level. So once they feel comfortable or pass with a certain score, then they can do the project. So in this manner, if students finish certain topics, then they can actually perform industry project. So with this faculty supervision, and then we deliver the solution to the industry collaborator. So at this point, hopefully we can get some revenue from the industry and keep this flow going. So this is the path I just explained. And this is the my tool. These topics are based on the user profile. So the profile is differ by person. If one person needs to have this and that, then we set up that way. Then this student access to these topics only. And then to make the whole thing as a module, and you work on this module. And you need to take this quiz, and to be able to go to next chapter, you have to pass this quiz. And these questions are from the question bank. We have pool of questions, and then whenever you decide to take the quiz, and depending on the number of questions we set, we randomly select the questions, and the students need to pass. Then they have access to next chapter. So it doesn't matter whether they discuss or look at the reference, but as they go through the many different type of questions, they have to read the book. They have to read the lecture note. I use this for the midterm and the final as well, but from my experience, they don't discuss and they don't copy each other. Since the order is random and the viewing area is so small, it's really hard to look at somebody else's screen to find the same question. It's almost impossible. And even if they found the somebody else's question, how should the student trust somebody else's answer? So even though they can see the somebody else answer, but they don't copy. We also have the movie and PowerPoint to synchronize the authoring tool. So as you speak here, if you have PowerPoint, then you just click, then it will be synchronized. When they play the movie, then they can see the PowerPoint and the movie at the same time. You can also make a comment on those PowerPoint slides in real time, and it can be multicast to the other student. And this is for the assignment and associate files, and the students submit all their assignment to this tool called the Big Deal. Then the instructor can grade that at their convenient time. Actually, I'm grading a student the final exam in my hotel. This is the sample modules that we developed. we look at the monsters.com and the computerjobs.com, and we compiled all the job description and the required skill sets, since we don't have enough industry project. From my observation, the student who did the industry project with me, they can find a job very quickly and settled in with very high salary. Sometimes the students make more money than me. That makes me wonder, what am I doing here?
Makes you happy,
So these are the modules we came up with, and it comprise the many different training topics. So, well, I'm going to skip a few slides. So basically, that's what I just said. And processing flow, requiring module A. Then we have learning module A, pass with 85% or above. Then we certify the student for module A. Then they are eligible for the project, and they work on the project, deliver that, and the student participation. And so student with module A certified, then they can work on that project and deliver the project. So all this process is done at the user-centered software engineering and web technology lab, where we actually do the project and decomposing the industry project into skill set and developing training material and things like that. The impact on academic program, of course, it impacted some way. They can do industry project, so that's a big thing. And our system can also offer the site license to other universities who want to collaborate with our lab. Then I can give them a site license, and they can provide some training material, and we can make the modules available to others and customize the modules of their own. Some of the metrics that measure success of the this framework. We can count the number of industry projects received and number of projects customized to course project, self-paced learning module, the number of students finished the module, number of modules studied by student, comment from industry collaborator regarding the relevancy of the module, number of industry projects completed. We have this kind of metrics available to measure the success of this framework. Well, conclusion. So we did all these things, and hopefully we can fill the gap between academia and industry and make our students more competitive. Thank you.
Thank you.